poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Power Season 5 Episode 6 review. But before I start off with tonight's review, I have some behind the scenes tea for you all. This past Sunday, Courtney Kemp, the executive producer and showrunner of the show and also writer, was on AfterBuzz TV giving some behind the scenes tea on the show. And she solidified a lot of answers to the question that you all, the viewers, have had, and some of the things that I have already told you guys. She confirmed. So the first thing that she confirmed when I told you all last year this. So I told you all that last year on me and Monique's Angela versus Tasha power prediction video, and she confirmed it on AfterBuzz. Here's what she had to say.
By the way, our ghosts, kids, not Canaans.
Speaking of that, what's the age range? Because we know.
Man, no, I'm just saying to you, it's very difficult because your kids on a series, they grow even if the time doesn't grow. Right. So we're playing Tariq as 15 right now, but that is really not, I mean, if we're really counting the days, the series itself has been 5 months, but we cannot play Michael Rainey as 12. Right. It just doesn't make sense visually, and because it's only 10 episodes and we're a year in between September to September shooting, we've allowed the audience's experience in this time is that it's been 5 years. That's not accurate to what is taking place within the narrative, but we just have to kind of live with it because that kid is taller than me.
Y'all gonna start listening to me. I don't know why y'all don't listen to the kid. She also clarified that once and for all, Kanan is not Tariq and Raina's father.
By the way, our ghosts, kids, not Kanan. Let's just dead that right now. Okay, so I am so tired of having that conversation with people. There's no secret agenda. I have said it already. Yeah. The kids are ghosts. Okay. She was pregnant with the kids. If you go back to episode 107, she talks about hiding the gun when the cops pull them over. She's pregnant with the twins. She hides the gun next to the bump. She's pregnant with them. They're his. There was no conversation about Kanan at that time. So I don't know where these people have put this together in their minds. But I've literally had people be like, no, you're lying. I'm like, why would I lie?
And for those of you that are still wondering why the Tasha character hates Kanan so much, here's the explanation.
Which I think a lot of people want to know is, well then what is the backstory between Tasha and Kanan? Because why does she hate him so much?
Okay, this is a really interesting thing actually, because 50 texted me recently and he was like, why does she hate me so much? I was like, do you remember killing Sean at all? Do you remember that at all? And he was like, oh yeah, I kind of did do that. And I was like, okay, so let's just talk about it. All right.
Okay, so not necessarily back in the day, but you killed my boo. That was your son.
Okay, so number one, let's just do it off top in that order, okay? So he kills Sean. He kidnaps Tariq. Remember, he kidnaps Tariq twice. Not once, but twice, okay? So those are bad regardless of what happens next. Then the next thing that happens is that he turns Tariq out. He gets in the kid's brain and turns him into a criminal. That's not enough? Like, why does it have to be sexual? Like, it's literally an enemy. Plus, the other piece of it is that Tasha was part of the conspiracy to send him to jail, right?
And for those of you in the slow class that thought Stern drugged Ghost last week, he did not. I don't know where that shit came from. The nigga is a drunk. He got drunk. That was simply it.
At the club, and the first question that everyone wants to know is, did Stern put something in James's drink?
Yeah, no. I don't. He's
those of you who wonders how old Tasha and Ghost are, here's their age.
So how old is Tasha and Ghost? What around their age?
Tasha turned 30 in episode 106. It's been about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Ghost was always 35.
So this whole time, Tasha and Ghost have been 30 and 35 years old. Time has not moved forward. They are still 30 and 35 years old. And when the show ends, they'll both still be 30 and 35 years old. Also, she gave us a little teaser of what will happen between Tony Teresi and Tommy.
Do you guys know what propinquity is? Which is the affection that grows from spending time with someone.
Oh, okay.
So what I can tease is that Teresi may have a plan now, but it may change. Already in this episode, we see that when forced to pick between his son and his best friend, he picks Tommy. And Sammy's like, yo, that was super uncool. So already we're in a kind of the gray area is coming.
And then last year when 50 and Courtney Kemp had that beef on Instagram where he accused her of going behind his back and showing his dick on television without his consent, she once again confirmed that the whole beef was fake.
Curtis can be quite petty on social media, and I remember last year there was a situation where there was a scene where we saw a lot of his stuff.
Wait, I answered this question already
yeah.
on social media. That was fake. The whole beef was fake.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You will never see Shonda Rhimes pulling no stunt like this for views, but okay, girl. We have gone on and on and on about who was wrong when it came to cheating. Was Tasha wrong? Was Ghost wrong? Who did it first? This is what me and Monique had to say on the situation on the Angela versus Tasha video last season.
Back to season 1. Before Angela even stepped on screen, they set the character Ghost up that he was already treating Tasha like shit. This bitch couldn't wear what the fuck she wanted to wear. He didn't want her ass at the motherfucking club. Take her ass back. He was already having an attitude with her ass before Angela even stepped her ass onto the fucking screen. And everybody like to say Tasha cheated on him. Tasha didn't cheat on him. Yeah, what she did in the backseat of that car when she fingered herself in front of Sean was fucked up. But did they have any kind of physical contact? No, they didn't have physical contact until season 2? After she found out he had been cheating on her since season fucking 1.
Now even Courtney Kemp herself confirmed in a roundabout way that Tasha didn't cheat on Ghost first. He cheated on her. It's all about your definition of cheating. But here's what she had to say.
Well, this is so funny. This is so funny because it depends on what the definition of cheating is.
Exactly, right?
because Tasha, when she gets herself off in the back of the van and shows all her goodness, there are a lot of men who would not tolerate that from their wife if they found out. I don't think that's what she did. It's really there to show her immaturity. At that time, she's an incredibly immature character. So that's not great. She's not sleeping with Sean at that time. So it depends on what your definition of cheating is. I mean, you really have to ask. Because if your definition of cheating is sex, then obviously that's Ghost. If your definition of cheating is spending time with someone, even if you don't actually have the sex act, well, that's cheating. That could be cheating too, you know?
So for all you people, she got off in the back of the car first. She was the cheater. Shut up. Even Courtney Kemp for once sticks up for Tasha's character. Hallelujah.
And this whole situation of why we love power is Tasha's fault because she support the man.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Wow. That's a whole
Well, okay, but can I address that though?
Please do.
Okay, so infidelity is very interesting. It's really interesting. It always comes from a crack in the ego somewhere, right? The crack in the ego says, this is not enough for me. This is my wife, but I've decided, or this is my girlfriend, but I've decided my ego needs more, whatever that might be. So the issue is, or this is my boyfriend, this is my man, my ego needs more, whatever that is. Tasha finds herself in a situation where she feels lost and out of place. She doesn't like the club. The club's not for her. This isn't the thing that she signed up for. She already feels insecure. She already knows that he's not paying attention to her. Then she sees him talking to a girl. She doesn't know anything about what that is, right? But she goes and behaves the way she behaves. That's out of immaturity. That's all.
again, for the last few weeks, I have been telling you all that the series will end, not the season, but the entire series will end with Ghost dying. She confirms that theory.
Oh, that was my point.
So at this stage in the game where Power is, are you writing or have you written where we are now to say we're wrapping it up, or are you still wanting the viewers to say we're looking forward to more?
I can't answer that. All I can tell you is all I can say is that if you have noticed, the proximity of deaths to Ghost is getting closer. So what does that mean in terms of our storytelling? But we might be bringing in a whole new cast of characters in season 6. But have you ever seen anybody do that?
Y'all gonna start listening to me. And then lastly, she gave us an exclusive on the finale episode of this season.
Here's an exclusive. I haven't told anybody this.
Here we go.
So the last episode this season is supersized. It's not 58:30. It's like, oh my god, I think it's almost 75 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Good.
That means that we're going to get our socks blown off.
So there's all your behind the scenes tea on Power. Hopefully a lot of your questions have been answered. Y'all gonna start listening to girl. They didn't ask me to write the book series on Power for nothing. I mean, I'm just saying. Let's get into my review. Alright, so we start off tonight's episode with Ghost confessing to Angela that he told the biggest lies to her, and that he didn't leave her because of Tasha and the kids, or because he did not love her stinking ass, but because a man threatened his life, so he left her to save hers. Blah, blah, blah. And at this point, you think that he has told her all of his lies. There's nothing left. She's like, thanks for telling me that, sis, but I gotta get up in the morning and go to bed. I don't really know what you want me to say to that. And she told him he could sleep his black ass on the couch. He's upset because his confession didn't get him no drugs. They toss and turn all night because neither one of them can sleep because they're just so upset. She gets up the next morning and she tells him that he's not the only one that's been keeping secrets. And as she says that, there's a knock on the door. He looking like, bitch, don't answer it, just ignore it, because it might be one of your cop friends. We cannot be seen with each other. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't. So she opens the door, and it's none of the Tasha with her bad weave and her bad body and her bad outfit. So she walk in, and she see him. She's like, what the hell is he doing here? What the fuck is he doing here? She's like, Tasha, I can't explain. It's not what you think. She's like, look, I don't even give a fuck. The cops came by to my house. They trying to find out, what happened with my gun. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ghost standing there looking stupid like, what the fuck? When did you two bitches become bosom buddies? When did you become sister wives? Ghost asks her, why are you telling this bitch all of our business? Why the fuck is you talking to her about this shit? Ty said she knows Ghost. And just say, I know Tyreek killed Raymond Jones. And I'm like, Ghost, I thought you told her you ain't had no more lies. But you still been keeping lies from this bitch, you little lying ass motherfucker. He says what suits him and what fits him for the moment. Like Tasha told his ass later on in the scene. Ghost ain't no motherfucking good for no damn body. I forgot to say earlier when Tasha asked him, why are you here? Ghost was like, you kicked me out. And Angela's like, you kicked him out, that's why he's here. Realized, oh, this nigga came running back to me when she gave him his ass a kiss again. Okay, this nigga ain't shit, girl. That dick is for everybody. Ghost again want to know why Tasha telling this bitch everything. Angela says, I was going to turn you all in because I thought that you did it, and you set me up to help. Once again, this bitch was about to put your ass in jail, nigga. Again, not for the first or the second or third time, but you still running to this bitch and you love her. They make Ghost so damn dumb. She assures Tasha and Ghost that she's going to keep Tariq out of jail. He don't understand Tasha and Angela working with each other. Angela says there's no way they're going to be able to trace the gun back to Tasha without the gun. And they need to talk. So, bye nigga, you got to go. Because I got to prep her on when they call her in for question. He's sitting there like, are my two hoes really kicking me out? Yeah, they are. So Tamika brings Rodriguez into her meeting with Sax Mock and Donovan Big Head Ass. She says she wants to match the bullet they found at Raymond Jones' crime scene to Tasha's gun, and that the ballistic report went missing at the hand of someone in their office, aka Angela Valdez. Dre meets with Alicia and tells her that Diego thinks he planted the gun. She tells him, I know you didn't do it. She's smoking her cigarette. I'm like, bitch, who smokes cigarettes anymore? Your insides stink. She tells him that Diego thinks Ghost and Tommy told the FBI where to find him. And she look at him like, I think you told. Did you, bitch? And he like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he like, fuck yeah. I don't want to planet that motherfucker see. It was me. So she was like, motherfucker, didn't I tell you I ain't want no war? Didn't I tell you that, bitch? So you know what? You better find somebody else to blame this shit on. Because she see right through this nigga. She knows he plays all sides to suit himself. Ghost runs down, hypothetically, what happened with Tasha's gun to Proctor. Proctor tells him to stay out of it and to think about himself like he always the fuck does. This stings Ghost conscious. So he decides to call his damn son. Tariq look at the phone like, this nigga hurt. Decline. Don't nobody want to talk to you. So his little roommate comes in and sees Tasha's pills and wants to buy them from Tariq, but Tariq was like, nah, I ain't fucking with you like that. Kanan texts him and asks him will he be around the next day. Tommy and Tony in the car eating McDonald's and shit. They joking around. Tommy says, you know, fuck your mother. And Tony said, I did fuck my mother. Tommy looking like, oh my God, this shit running my family because I want to fuck my mother too. He said, you're disgusting. Are you out of your mind? And Tony said, come on, she was beautiful. That was funny. Tommy tells him to look out for anything suspicious because they've been sitting watching Dre's car. Tony like, you know, whose car is this? He was like, this motherfucker Dre. He was like, who is Dre? He's like, don't worry about it. So Tommy gets out the car and plants the tracker on the back of Dre's car. So now he can track all of Dre's movements. So Angela says to Tasha, they're probably going to call you in Tadale tomorrow. Tommy texts her and says, turn the track on, bitch. So Tasha thinks that it's Ghost texting her. She's like, he just ain't gonna stop, is it? He's just not gonna back up. And she's like, Tasha, this is not Jamie, it's business. And she looking like, okay, bitch. She's like, I'm not sleeping with him, Tasha, I swear. And Tasha say, I mean, I told you once before, sis, I don't give a damn. Angela say, I'm being honest though. And Tasha say, me too. I do not care. I mean, just gotta tell you that, bitch. Now, are you gonna tell me what to say or what? Because I ain't got time for all this extra. So Dre and Tate are meeting with Ghost. Tate asks Dre how him and Ghost met. Dre is vague about it, but Tate tells him, you know, Ghost told me you sell drugs, nigga. So what kind of business was it that you was trying to do with Ghost? Dre says nightclub shit. Ghost then comes down the steps and Tate tells him that the Queen's Child Project donors are being audited by the IRS and that he doesn't need to worry about anything unless there's something to worry about. And if there is something to worry about, don't make no sudden motherfucking movements. He leaves. Ghost asks to talk to Dre. Dre kind of hesitant because, you know, them niggas gonna kill each other one day sooner or later. Ghost say, don't worry about it, I'm not gonna shoot you, you know what I'm saying? Ghost wants to call a truce and work together on the project for Raina's sake. Dre says, I had nothing to do with that and I didn't ask Tate to bring me into this shit, so you know what, I'm good. Ghost offers a gesture of good faith by offering to call the Bassett's so he can get his job back. Ghost holds out his hand like, do we have a deal? And then they break to the next scene. Mock finds Mrs. Proctor at her AA meeting or her substance abuse meeting or whatever fuck and offers her help with getting her daughter back if she tells him if Proctor still deals with the criminal side of his family. She like, you don't get your Chinese egg foo young gravy looking ass out my motherfucking face. Mock then get up in her shit and he was like, well, you can continue to protect your ex who's never did shit for you but take you back and forth to family court. And he had a lot of bass in his voice and I was like, look at her. Jackie Chan. So Dre tells 2-Bit and Spank that a bunch of the Tajinos was hit up the night before. 2-Bit like, shit, I don't give a fuck. So Dre like, motherfucker, where was you at last night then? Because he thinking that he did it. 2-Bit and him start arguing back and forth as Cristobal walks in. Dre tells Cristobal that the Jimenez are out of jail and questions did he know Diego thinks that he set him up. Cristobal like, nah, nigga, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. And I'm kind of getting, you know, feeling a way about you steady coming to me like you gonna whoop me, like you gonna fuck me up or something. Dre say, your boy is crazy as fuck and I'm about done with him. Cristobal lead talking shit in Spanish and shit and Dre mad because he can't understand him and his homeboy Spank like, nigga, you need to get some hooked on phonics, some motherfucking Rosetta Stone or something to teach you because I don't know what to tell you. Dre tells 2-Bit and Spank that Cristobal is trying to set him up and take over his shit. Like he is paranoid, like he is just sinking every day. So they decide to go talk to Arturo. Tony and Tommy is at Tommy crib playing pool. Tommy tells him that his connect is breathing down his neck and he got more product than he can move. Tony's like, maybe we should do something together. And then there's a knock at the door. It's Ghost. Ghost comes in and tells Tommy they need to talk. Tony like, you know what, I think I'm gonna, head on out into the other room. Y'all can talk. Tommy like, no, whatever he got to say to me, he can say in front of you. And Ghost looking like, nigga, really? Like, when we doing this? Like, what? Okay, girl, listen. I can't clean your money anymore because I'm being audited. Tommy immediately get upset. Tony say, you can't chance that shit. Ghost like, look, I don't need your cosign. Like, I got this, bruh. So Tony like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave so y'all can talk. And he overhears Tommy being mad that Ghost is leaving him out to dry. Tommy tells Ghost Jason is going to eat me alive. Ghost like, you know what, I'm sorry. And Tommy looking like, you always say you sorry when you fuck up. Like, whatever, nigga. Like, I'm so sick of you. So Dre and 2 Big goes to see Arturo. And Dre was looking kind of fine in this scene. That little leather sheepskin, little jacket he had on. He's all black. I was like, okay, Dre, shit. Round. So he wants Arturo to be his translator so he can know what the Jimenez and Cristobal be saying and shit. Arturo is hesitant. Dre tells him, motherfucker, this ain't no request. And that Diego thinks that he planted the gun. Arturo tells him that Alicia would come by the stash houses in disguises. Dre like, to 2 Bit, Alicia could have planted the gun in. He was like, facts, my nigga, no cap. So Dre like, be at the meeting with Diego in an hour. 2 Bit, as they walking off, say, how he know the Jimenez was locked up when you just told him? Dre say, I guess I got someone else to blame. They don't know that Angela and them brought him in for questioning. So Tony goes off on mocking Sachs about auditing Ghost books and says that, his books are clean and you fucking it's up. Like, I ain't gonna be able to get in if y'all keep on interfering. They remind him that it's too late to change his mind because they see him, kind of being hesitant to really give them information on Tommy and Ghost. Going back to what Courtney Kemp said, that the longer he's around Tommy, the more he's going to start caring for him and the more he's going to start regretting making this deal with the feds. Angela then calls Tommy in the dead of night while she out in the stakeout and tells him that the tracker says Dre is where she's at, but she don't see his car nowhere. He was like, bitch, he inside the goddamn building. She like, but wait a minute, I see a van approaching that says wholesale flowers. He like, girl, I'm gonna hang up right now and don't fucking call my phone no more, you dumbass. So she finally click in her head that, oh, Diego inside that motherfucking van. So she's take out her camera, she get to clicking pictures and shit. Goes back home in him and Tasha crib. Tasha walk in and tells him that the cops called her in for questioning the next day. She tries to, explain to him why she didn't tell him that she was working with Angela. And he says that he understands because he gave her every reason not to trust him. Ghost says, we made an agreement when we got married and I didn't repay my side of it. I promised to love and protect this family and somehow I became the thing you had to protect them from. I'm sorry. And Tasha like, where the fuck all this coming from, Satan? Ghost say, I went to see the Reverend. I told him I wanted to be a better man. It's been easier to blame everyone else for what happened, but the truth is I feel it was my blank. I didn't understand what he said right there that killed our baby girl. Tasha say, typical Ghost. You're not saying this because you mean it. You're saying it because it makes you feel better. Ghost like, I know it's gonna take time for you to forgive me. She was like, forgive you? You damn right it's gonna take me some motherfucking time because I sure the fuck can't do it right now. Ghost say, how you know you can trust Angela with all this? And she's like, because she still love you, jackass. And he's sitting there like, oh, she do? Oh, word, that's what's up. And she's like, you know what, I got to go. And she get up to walk away. He kind of like reach out and grab her. At this point, it's obvious that Ghost want his cake and eat it too. He want Angela and he wants Tasha. He wants Tasha because he still has an emotional connection to her and she's his cover. He can't divorce her because she has too much shit on him. They need that connection. And he wants Angela because she has so much shit on him. He can't let her go either. And there's an emotional connection there. But that nigga ain't shit. That nigga's for everybody and he's using both them hoes. And I'm happy that Tasha still got her backbone enough to say fuck you, nigga. But Angela just dumb. And like I said, anybody that blow on her ear, her pussy is wide open like a motherfucking Taco Bell. Doctor is with his people at their restaurant. It's his cousin who cleaned up his house after Tommy killed that Homeland Security man in his apartment. When Mock runs up on him, Mock say, I thought you didn't associate with your criminal side of your family. Proctor say, who sent you, Lizzie? And it's because I told you not to marry that cunt. Mock say, now I got you on perjury, and I'm going to back your ex-custody case. You got 48 hours before I get an arrest warrant. So Proctor is fucked at this moment. Ghost is back at Angela's house drinking wine and shit. I thought you was going to be a better man, bitch. So Ghost say, you keep showing up for me. Why is that? Why is that, bitch? Because Tasha don't want me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to come back over here and see what's up with you. Just like a nigga. She say, did you come over because Tasha kicked you out? And he was like, nah, because I owed you the truth. Angela say, that night you left me almost killed me. He was like, me too. You still love me? And then he get all in her face. She's like, I do. And then they kiss. And I was like, oh, I'm so tired of these niggas. Then this nigga pull away from her. She looking like, why? No, Jamie, no. Stop it, Jamie. Come back. Give me that black dick. He was like, maybe you can trust me if I actually do change. Tony comes over and shows Tommy how to transport his drugs through packing them in Roman noodle packages, and that Sammy is willing to help him distribute it to the jail since he no longer works with the Italians. This is about to be a shit show. Kanan is at Choate waiting on Tariq. When Tariq comes out, he's like, this spot is prime for selling pills. Him and Tariq get in the car. Kanan bring up Ghost. Tariq like, man, fuck that nigga. I don't want to talk about that punk pussy ass motherfucker. They burn out. Ghost apologized to Tate for the way he's been acting and for getting mad about him bringing Dre on to the Queen's Child Project. Tate said, I don't believe none of this bullshit you saying. Ghost offers to donate 50 G's to him, and of course Tate is all about the bottom line, so he shakes his hand and agrees. Tasha is in the questioning room, pacing back and forth. Rodriguez is psyched to interrogate her. She goes in. Tasha was expecting Detective Leary because that's what Angela prepped her for. She asked Rodriguez, have I met you before? And she lies and says no, she don't remember that this is the same cop that was in her house. Tasha tells her that Silver saw her put the federal evidence box in the closet. Rodriguez says if that's true, then Silver is a valuable witness in this case. So now Tasha needs Silver to lie for her to cover her ass, or that bitch is about to go to jail. Ghost texts Tariq, but he don't answer again. Kanan says, you ain't gonna ever be free of him if he keep, paying for everything for you. Tariq say, I had my own money, but then they got fucked up and now Raina's gone. And Tariq say, Leisha dad got Ray Ray. And Tariq say, that nigga didn't do that. I did it. I killed Ray Ray. So Kanan looking at him like, oh, word? You gotta make my dick hard look, nigga. But now he got something else over Ghost and Tommy that he can use against them. I'm like, oh my God, we ain't gonna never get rid of this nigga. But I low-key love Kanan. So Kanan takes him with him to this white boy house in this gated community that he buy pills from. The white boy tell Kanan that sales have changed and they gotta revisit their terms. Kanan say, I ain't gotta revisit shit. When the white boy, get buck with him, tell him like, I know we ain't in jail no more. Things are different on the outside. Kanan gets to whooping this nigga's ass, punching him. He slam him into a glass table. He start punching him. Tariq just stand there like, I thought we was just gonna grab something to eat. Go get some, Chipotle or something. I didn't know he was about to do all this. He kind of shook. And then Kanan tell him, grab that shit, let's go. He pick up that money and look at that nigga on the ground like, shit, all in the motherfucking day's work. Peace out. Proctor meets with Ghost and Truth and tells him that he needs Lindsay to relapse fast. Ghost say, I can't do it, but Tommy should be able to help you. Rodriguez says to Tasha, do you know a Raymond Jones? Tasha say, nah. Then we flash back to Angela when she was prepping her to be interrogated. She told Tasha to find out who they think killed Raina so they can know how to move forward. Rodriguez says, we think he's the man who killed your daughter. Tasha say, why would a cop kill Raina? Rodriguez says, the day before he went to your kid's school to speak to Tariq, but he wasn't there, so he spoke to Raina instead, and a few days later was killed with a .380 bullet. Tasha say, am I being accused of murder? Because if so, I'm going to need my lawyer present. And Rodriguez said, no. We don't think that you did it, but we think you know who did. And I was like, I like you, bitch. I like you. So Kanan and Tariq are stopped by the security guard on the way out of the gated community because it was a noise complaint. Tariq says, they were there visiting his teacher. The security guard asked him all these questions, and then he pretends to have an asthma attack, and it was the worst acting I have ever seen in my life. He's like, I think It was the worst. I was like, oh my God. Retake. So Ghost tells Dre that he needs him to take out Jason Mitchell. And Dre says, you know, if I do it, I'm going to need you to do something for me. I need you to take out Diego. They both say they're going to help each other out and they drink on it. Proctor is waiting on Lindsay outside of her AA meeting. He gives her her alimony check with some coke in it. She opens it up and sees the little baggie of coke. She's like, motherfucker, I done had like 30 motherfucking days clean. You really gonna do this shit? You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna see your ass in court. She throw the shit in his face. He heard her pick it up. He like, fuck, I fucked up. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Somebody got to die, bitch. So Angela is with Ghost at him and Tasha crib. They eating and drinking and shit like it's their house. And he tells her, you know, Tasha won't crack. She gonna hold her ground. We good. And she was like, you better hope so, because if not, we all going down, bitch. And he says, you know what, Angie, I don't really think me and you should fuck around again. She's like, I agree, Jamie, I don't think we should too. And then this motherfucker say, but I mean, if we did, hypothetically, we would need to tell Tasha beforehand. Ooh, this nigga so damn dumb. Woo, Jesus. Bless him, Lord, bless him. Rodriguez says to Tasha, you know, do you have any contact with Angela Valdez? And she was like, you know, she sent her condolences when Raina died. Rodriguez says, you know, Angela looked up Jones' case and visited his home. I think Angela and your husband are having an affair, and I think your husband killed Raymond, and they're colluding to frame you for it. Rodriguez said, you know, just say he did it. We're offering you full immunity in exchange for your husband and Angela. She's trying to pin this all on you. So Tasha thinking everything back and starting to feel like, is this bitch setting me up to get my nigga? Like, she was fucking my husband. Can I really trust this bitch? Can I really trust Donna Dead? Can I really trust this bitch? And like the G she is, like the rider she is, Tasha leans forward. She was like, my husband did not kill Raina Jones, bitch. Anything else? Nope. Alright. Then we see Dre holding a gun to Arturo's neck, and he tells him, you know, just do things my way and we both gonna walk out of here alive. But we know it's a setup. Alicia walk up, she was like, Dre 2 times in a day, like, god damn it, nigga, what the fuck you want? He tells her that Arturo's the one that sold them out to the Fed. Arturo says, my cousin said you were the one who planted the gun and that Diego knows you set him up. Drace goes to Alicia and says, you know, what if I told you that somebody is already planning to kill Diego? I mean, I can stop it if you want me to, or I can see how this unfolds. And Alicia said, you know what, let's just see how it plays out. Then we hear somebody in the background say, this guy fucked up. And Alicia in Spanish, take care of him. They then, all her men get to throwing bottles of liquor at Arturo. And I'm like, why they throwing bottles of liquor? And then it made sense to me when Alicia took the cigarette out of her mouth, flipped it on the ground, and then nigga blew the fuck up and caught on fire. And I was like, ooh, that's a fancy way to kill somebody. I like that bitch. So Tariq ends up selling a bottle of pills to his roommate, and it dawned on me that his mama's name is on it. And I was like, this shit is gonna come back to haunt Tasha once again. Her little fucked up ass son doing some dumb shit, trying to be grown. Jesus be offense. He then takes Kanan for more product because he gonna start selling at school. And they gonna think that Tasha's behind it. Tasha ass gonna go to jail. She don't go to jail this season. She gonna go to jail next season. You know they always gotta put somebody in jail in order to get them out. Tamika tells Sax that she's pulling the plug on the St. Patrick's case because it's always a dead end. Ma comes in and brings in a folder, and Sax pulls out a piece of paper and then matches it with a piece of paper in his folder that shows the bullet that killed Raymond matches the ballistics they found on Tasha's gun, and that Angela buried the report and she's part of the organization. So now she's a part of their whole list of people that they need to take the fuck down. And I can't wait for that bitch to go to jail. Yes, Lord. Then in the last scene of the episode, Tasha returns home and goes off on Angela because she thinks this bitch is trying to set her the fuck up. Angela says, you know, they're just making you paranoid, and then she's telling her the truth. I'm not trying to, you know, set you up. Angela says, Tasha, who questions you? And Tasha said, NYPD named Blanca. And Angela like, Blanca, this bitch. She's like, how the hell you know who the hell she is? And Angela says, she spotted me. And Tasha says, so this is about you. They want you. Angela said, if you believe that, then why didn't you take the deal? And Tasha said, because me having immunity doesn't protect Tariq. But it's cool, because I got a plan. I'm going to have Terry Silver lie for me. And go say, why would he do that? And she turned around and said, because he loves me. He loves me more than you ever did. Angela said, oh, bitch, mic drop. I think it's time for me to go. Let me grab my purse. Go stand there like, what the fuck? You been fucking silver? This bitch been fucking serious the whole time. Did nobody tell me shit? I'm over thinking I'm doing shit, but this bitch, what, bitch? What? You been giving my pussy away? Ooh, bitch, I'ma kill you. And then Tasha said, no. You two motherfuckers can stay. I'm gonna go. She grabbed her purse and she sashay out the motherfucking door and goes following him out like, bitch, you really about to leave after dropping some shit like that on me? And then the shit go off. That was the best thing in the whole motherfucking night. Other than that, fuck this stupid ass show. I'm tired of everybody on this motherfucker. Leave your comments down below. Let's chit chat. Let's talk. If not, we ain't got to. I don't give a fuck. Love y'all. Thumbs up this video. Like, subscribe. Hit that notification bell button. Deuces.